Based on our test results, some things came out the way we expected, but there were also some surprises. Our hypothesis that a house with 2 interior radiant barriers would be more efficient to cool in the summer than a house with fiberglass insulation in the walls and attic proved to be correct.
Judging by the coolest living room temperatures, this is what we found.
As we expected, models 4 and 5 with radiant barriers did better than the base model, number 2, with only fiberglass insulation.
But we were surprised at how much better they did. Model number 4 was 3 times better than model number 2, and model number 5 was 4 times better in the summer test.
The other surprise was how well model number 3, fiberglass insulation with radiant barrier, did in the summer.
We expected that fiberglass insulation touching the radiant barrier would make it less effective.
But it was almost as good as model number 4. Maybe the airspace in the attic helped.
This suggests that adding radiant barrier to the attic of a home that already has regular insulation might really be worth it to save energy.
In the winter tests, the differences in the temperature were greater than they were in the summer test.
This might be partly because there was no air conditioning in the summer test, but heat was put into the living rooms in the winter test.
In this test, our hypothesis that the radiant barrier only test model would do as well as fiberglass only base model proved incorrect.
Base model number 2 did 50% better than test model number 4.
Or you could say that test model number 4 did 66% as good as base model number 2.
But the radiant barrier only model still did a lot better than the control model in the winter test.
Looking at the chart, there was a 33% reduction in heating efficiency, but a 300% increase in cooling efficiency.
But there's still a better choice. It's model number 5.
That was foam-backed radiant barrier. It was 400% better than regular insulation in the summer test.
And in the winter test, this modified radiant barrier model performed 50% better than Model 2 with standard insulation, which came in second place behind it.
Which brings up one last result of our winter test that we need to mention. It's model number 3, that modified base model that had insulation with radiant barrier.
It didn't do any better than insulation alone.
So in our tests, for some reason, combining regular and fiberglass insulation with radiant barrier helped in the summer, but not the winter.
In conclusion, our study suggests that it would be worth doing more studying on how and where building with radiant barriers
or adding radiant barriers to existing home
can make homes more energy efficient.